Hey Meta-Junkies, it is time to get into the day's news. Number 1. Longtime commentator says Dota 2 is reaching a breaking point. Source Kotaku. Toby Dawson has been commenting on the Dota Pro scene for over a decade and has been the voice behind some of the biggest moments. In a recent post on the Dota 2 subreddit, Dawson voices concerns on the continued viability of the scene. He started with a tweet where Dawson laid out in simple terms, "We are approaching a breaking point, and Valve, publisher of Dota 2, will be the ones to determine whether it happens or not." In a more detailed explanation, Dawson highlighted issues that have been brought up by others as well, tournaments being eclipsed by the majors with little competition and a lack of crowdfunding for events, which in the past created staples like the Summit and the experimental leagues like Captain's Draft. There are 2 tournaments closely tied to the community, along with long-running Summit series having a 7th installment this weekend, and without crowdfunding they wouldn't have started in the first place. These Tier 2 and Tier 3 tournaments are also the events that help support up-and-coming teams, and without the possible influx of new talent, high-level Dota risks becoming stale. Make sure you go to Kotaku and read the entire article. Number 2. Tekken pros face WWE star in the game's producer and Royal Rumble tournament. Source Kotaku. CEO's Royal Rumble is always a good time, and this year was no exception. The Royal Rumble features 30 contestants selected from the fighting game community battling for the title in an event full of pomp and circumstance that's as much about showy entrances as deadly combos. Focusing on Tekken 7 in light of its recent events, the tournament started with Echo Fox's Cool Gray AJ facing off against the president of CEO Gaming, Alex Jabali, who entered the room to chants of "You suck" from the crowd. He didn't though, going on to beat AJ and meme the crowd into submission with his winning grin. Follow the link to read the entire article and see the video of the entire tournament. Number 3. Xbox One X is $500. So how much will next-gen consoles cost? Source Eurogamer. Xbox One X's pricing at £449 or $499 may have disappointed many users, but it's indicative of a substantial challenge facing console platform holders. The pace of technological advancement is slowing, and existing hardware components are holding their price for longer. It's a trend that shows no sign of changing, and projecting forward, we do wonder just how much will the actual next generation of consoles cost, when will they arrive, and how powerful will they be. There are 2 comparisons we like to highlight in this piece. We're going to take Microsoft's new console and stack it up against both iterations of the PlayStation 4, the base model and the Pro. On the one hand, you'll find the extra $100 compared to the Pro isn't all that unreasonable, but on the other, comparisons with the base unit definitely highlight its difficulty going to be provide the cost-effective next-gen design with the remainder of this decade. Number 4. Atari bets well on the new game console. Source IGN France. Almost 40 years after the launch of the mystical Atari 2600, Atari is working on a brand new console. This is not a joke. The information was confirmed by the brand CEO Fred Chenet in an interview with VentureBeat. "We are back into the field of hardware," says Fred Chenet in reaction to the sounds of corridors circulating the web. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Tune in daily for news and strategy tips about your favorite games, and don't forget to like and subscribe.